Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to discuss with you about constructors in Java. Let's get started. Well, constructor is a method that has the same name as its class. Constructors have no explicit return type, like void, or sometimes we say return integer or char, those kind of things. Okay, we don't have these things, so let me remove it. Typically, you will use a constructor to give initial values to the instance variables defined by the class, or to perform any other startup procedures required to create a fully formed object. So you can assign some initial value to some variables which don't have any value in the beginning, and also you can invoke certain methods from within the constructor. By the way, there are some by default values given uh, in the program, and that we will see. All classes have the constructors, whether you define it or one or not, because Java automatically provides a default constructor that initializes all its members with some values. For example, if you have a declared integer variable, then Java will give it 0 by default, even though you don't give any value in the beginning. If you have string variable, Java will allocate null value to it, and so on. And double is like 0.0. However, once you define your own constructor, the default constructor is no longer used. Okay. This is very simple example of this class. My class name is switch demo. And if I take out this thing, it's empty class. Now, if I create a method inside it which has the same name like class name like this, switch demo, switch demo. So now this has become a constructor. Notice it does not have any void before that. Although it does not have the public static also, okay, but we will see those things later on. At this moment, it means it will not have like this. Okay, it will not have integer also, so on. Okay, all right, so let's get started. Let's create a new project, Java project. Let's call it const proj. Okay, that is const proj, and create a class const demo. All right, so first of all, let's create constructor of this class that we already have here. Okay, so what is a constructor? It's a method that has the same name like the class name. Okay, so what is the class name? Why don't I just copy this? Okay, and method has two parentheses and a body. That's it. So this is the constructor of this class. So it is automatically called when we create object of this class. So how to create object of this class? We will use the class name that we have, same thing here, and give a object name, let's say obj1 new class name. There we go. Okay, so this is, here we are creating object name is obj1, right? So we said just now that once we run the program, then main actually is executed. You know it very well. Main is executed first, and this statement is executed, object is created, and at this time we are calling the constructor here. It goes there automatically. Okay, so let's see. uh, let's put a message. I am the constructor. Okay, now notice nothing, I did nothing, I just created object, and you will see this is called, and we will see this statement. I am the constructor. By the way, you can just do like this as well. So this is called to constructor as well, but we don't have object at this moment. So we sometimes we need object, actually most of the times. Okay, so this is the constructor. Can we pass a value to the constructor like any other method? Because we just said this is a method, right? No problem. Let's say I want to pass 5 and I must receive that like any other. So let's say A. Okay, and I show A here. So 5 being passed to the constructor and it's being displayed here. 5. All right. All right. So this is one thing. We just said that we can assign some values through constructor. We can do so. Let's create a variable, uh, global variable. Let's just integer A. Okay. Now I don't want to pass any value, just for demo purpose. No value here. Okay. Value is there. No value here. Now this is called global variable because it's on top of all the methods, and this is visible in all the methods. So now I can say that show me A. Did I give any value to A? No, nothing. I did not give any value. So when I run this, I see 0. So this 0 is coming from where? Java automatically assigns 0 to an integer variable by default. How about double? 0.0. How about string? Let's say A is string now. It's null. All right. So similarly, we can do other checks also. All right. So let's go there and play with integer again. We just said that from within the constructor we can assign value. So let's assign value. I want this A to be 10 and don't show anything whenever object is created. Okay, fine. I run it because I don't have any system out print command, so I don't see anything. But A has been assigned to this one. Okay, now the thing is I want to display this A in my main. This is interesting. System.out.println, I say print A. Now I get one error. This is interesting here. Cannot make a static reference to the non-static field A. Non-static field A. It is saying this A, integer A, it's non-static. Well, however, you're calling this A from within a static method. This is a static method main. Okay. So how to fix it? There are two ways. If I make it static, now you see error is gone and we can see A is 10 now. This is one way. So, but what you have seen is when you created object of the class, constructor has helped us to assign value to our member variable. And how did we call in the other method? We called it using just simple A, but we made it static because this method is static. So it means a static method can only call static variables, or static method can only access static variables. Okay, and also a static method, it means in other words cannot access non-static variable. No, it's non-static variable, and when I put static it becomes static variable. Similarly, a static method cannot access non-static method, but this is exception in this case, the constructor. If I don't make it static, then how do I access? I can access this A because this A is a member of this class, and an object of this class which we created here, it has also access to the members of this class. So we can either do like this, and now you see error is gone, and same thing, here is 10. So either do this, or if you don't want to do like this, make this one static. Okay, this is one thing. Okay, all right. So we just said that, okay, from within the constructor, we can invoke some method also, right? So let me get rid of this one. Let's create a method. And this time we say public static void show num method. And here I'm going to put here a plus plus. Okay. And uh, I have this method now, show num, but I have not called it from anywhere, right? I'm not calling it from here, and also I'm not calling from here. So the answer is still 10, which is coming from the main. Let's make it more explicit. This is in main. Okay. This is in show num. That we are clear that what we are doing. Concatenation is important here. Word syntax error. Okay, this is main. So we are here. So now to call this one, how do we call? We can just copy this one, or so once we assign a here, we can say, okay, show num. So now when we call this guy, object is created. Here it goes to the constructor first. Okay, and then immediately a is assigned 10 and show num is called. Okay, so now we will see what happens. Show num is called first, or this line is called first. Show num is called first, main is called later. So what's happening? From here, this line, object is created, we go there, a is 10, and show num is called. From here, control comes to here, it becomes 11, and we show it 11. Here, this is show num. This is being printed here, right? And then it goes back, and there is nothing to do, nothing else, right? So, and this line has been executed. Now the main has just one statement to execute, so it is executing the main. Okay, so this is the sequence. Okay, that's all for today, and I will work on, and I will show you the constructor overloading in my next video. Thank you very much.